Hey guys, Sean Sewell with Engearment.com. Really excited to be showing you the official Overland Expo 2024 Ultimate Build. Now, if you follow our channel, a week or so ago, we were over at the Overland Expo Mountain West in Loveland, Colorado. We had tons of interviews with great companies, including Rick from Overland Expo, who went over this build. But then Rick's like, hey, why don't you actually take it out and go use it in the mountains of Colorado and tell your viewers like what you like about it, how it works, and kind of give you guys a teaser, overview, an insight into what overlanding can be. This video is gonna be a pretty long one. I'd imagine probably 10 to 15 minutes. So get a beverage of your choice or some snacks and let's get into it. So before we get into the Overland Expo 2024 Ultimate Build, I want to really quickly call out that there's two parts to this. There's the Overland Expo, and then there's the nonprofit version, the Overland Expo Foundation. This vehicle we're about to show you is outfitted to the gills with all the best of the best. And it's not to show off or to show you that you have to get this stuff to go outside and camp. This is a fundraising vehicle. Literally, it's a fundraiser for the Overland Expo Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. And what they do is they offer grants and scholarships to individuals and groups to help take care of trails, to get people outside camping, and support projects of that nature. It's a really cool organization. I had a chance to actually meet them over the weekend as well. So I wanted to quickly note that and call that out before we get back into the video and go over all the cool features of this truck. And you can enter to win this truck. I'll put a link below for that as well. So let's get into it. First, we'll start with the truck itself. It's a 2024 GMC Canyon, but the high-end version, the AT4X. So it's already, you know, trail ready. I would put this as equivalent of like a Tacoma TRD Pro. Like it's ready to go do what you want to do. But yet the outfitters of the Overland Expo built this thing up even more than stock by a lot. I'll start the tires, tried and true, BF Goodrich, all-terrain, KO2s. I know this is like probably half of you out there, if you're overlanders, you probably have these tires. My buddy Chris, who's filming this, has the KO3s, something to keep in mind. But these tires are great. I was really pleasantly surprised how quiet they were on the highway. To get to where we are right now, it's about 3 hours on the highway doing 60 to 80 miles an hour, and they handled really, really well. My personal tires on my 4Runner are Falcon, the other tire people get, and they're much louder than this. So that was kind of cool to be able to compare the tires right there. The suspension is incredible. We are hitting terrain as much as possible, as quick as possible, just to try and test it out. And we're hitting railroad tracks at like 50, 60 miles an hour. You probably shouldn't do that. We're doing it, and it handled like a champ. Like, I handled on the highway really well, and then it handled on our fire roads and dirt roads out here really well, which was nice. It was a nice blend. We have over here a Pinsu rack. That is a nice platform style rack. And on top of that, you're gonna have the Alu Cab. I think that is the extreme version of their rooftop tent is aluminum. On top of that, we have, I believe it's 200 watts of solar, and I can show you the power system here in a minute. This is a fantastic setup. We put our rider, Devin Dowd, and her 80-pound golden retriever up here the last 2 nights, and they loved it. Has a pretty cush stock mattress. Of course, I would replace it probably with a X-Bed or Thermarest or Nemo mattress. But you can mount on top of the Alu Cab setup. You can mount rails for bike racks or solar panels or whatever you want up there. It's very sturdy, I'll say that. Right here, you'll probably notice this little tail. You're probably wondering, what are those things? This is a cell booster. This is the WeBoost model. We have a version of this that is a little bit smaller, a little nubbin that magnetizes right to the roof of our 4Runner. I think it's pretty essential if you're gonna go anywhere that has low to no cell service. If you have no cell service, you're host. But if you have low cell service, like right here, we have 1 bar, give or take, it'll turn into 2 or 3. Which is sometimes enough to download that map, to send that text, to check that email, just to keep you online enough, right? That's an essential thing for any person traveling through weird cell ranges. I think cell booster right there. The Alu Cab shower cube, didn't get a chance to use that. We stayed stinky the whole time, and totally fine with me. But we'll get into that at a different time. We'll zoom in here, so if you want to get up to your screen with your phone, you can learn more about the build, because I'm not going to be able to cover everything. These people put a lot of thought into this build. There's so much into it. And while we've got you at this door, I'll show you two of the additional things they sent with this kit that were really useful. This cooler, this Blizzard box, it went from room temperature to 37 degrees in about like under an hour. It was wild. It's the most efficient cooler I've ever tested. We tested quite a few coolers and refrigerators, Dometic, all the things. It's a very cool aesthetic to open this door, because this is probably better for the viewers. But look at the quality inside. Huge info screen right there. And then also all this stuff, keep in mind, I don't know about your insurance company, but when I build my truck out and people break into or steal it, it's not usually covered unless I do my homeowner's insurance, not my car insurance. There's a company called Redarc that will insure vehicles like this and keep you and your investments safe. So if you're building out a van or a truck or something, I would look into those guys and make sure that your hard-earned money goes to being covered in gear. Okay, Lightener. Now, the Lightener system is really cool. It's this whole like truck bed mount system. And they have two different things on this truck, and I'll show you on this side and on the other side. Key lock, so you can lock them. I'm gonna open them, and you're gonna see some pretty cool stuff that is above my pay grade for sure. We got two Battleborn batteries for backup. AC plugs right here. There's a quad lock. A lot of you like the quad locks. This is being controlled by this Redarc right here. I can show you right now where you are drawing in 167 watts from that rooftop solar panel. We're using 28 watts somewhere. I might have a dome light on. There is the system. The AC is not being utilized. And yeah, we're at 96%. We got 8 hours until fully charged. That's just a nice setup. You got the USB-C, USB-A, USB-A, AC, all the things. And this is a waterproof container that can be closed as well as locked. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go around back here. This system is actually my most favorite part of the truck. We use this the most. It was the Blackstone. We recently got a Blackstone at our house, and it's just fun. I'll insert some pictures below and some videos. We cooked eggs, steak, fajitas, quesadillas, peppers, all the things. It was so fun, so handy. Uses just a 1 pound propane. You can get Target or other camping places. One burner right here, and you can do a skillet right here. And what I learned, this is gonna save your bacon, literally, because I did not know how to use this. But this right here, so this stores right here, right? That is not active right now. Right now it's in storage mode. I'm gonna open it, take it out, and then I'm gonna put it right here. Boom. Well, it stays better usually. Put it right like that. And there's a tray you can put in there to collect the grease and stuff. That will save your bacon juice literally from traveling out and hitting the dogs. All 3 dogs benefited from this mistake of mine yesterday. My dog Chloe, particularly now, is Jerry Curls. She's just covered in bacon grease, but that's a good setup right there. Another good setup if you have a truck bed, look into decked, and I'll show you why. This system, I'm gonna pull it out, boom, locked. They have all kinds of contraptions. Here's my setup for, did I lock it? Squeeze, there it is. All my Blackstone stuff right here. I have my hose for the Lightener shower. I'll show you here in a second. Got the jet boil, more decked. All this stuff just stores in here really, really nicely. It's just a cool system. Easy to clean. Got my fuel right there. Yeah, it's just real, real nice. All right, I promised you more Lightener stuff. Close this guy up. Give him a nice shove. He's good. All right, come over here. Now, so Lightener, again, is another one of these cubes, and in here is just some miscellaneous stuff that probably won't entertain you, but this will entertain you. This is a pressurized shower system. We'll have one of these in Engearment here, I think tomorrow, Monday, to test out. So I simply rotate this, I pump them up like that, and then turn them on. That was not a lot of pumping, but I'll get a little bit of pressurized water. Pretty sweet. So it comes in handy for washing off the dogs, have to get covered in bacon grease, taking a quick ghetto shower, hippie bath, whatever you want to call it. There's a 270 awning from, again, Alu Cab. Our camping spot did not allow us to use it, but we have one on our pour one right there so you can get an idea what it looks like. Very, very useful, especially not only in rain or snow, but also during the middle of the day when it's really beating down heat and sun. It's nice to go over there and play catchphrase or play some card games. Now this, I did not know about snorkels. My friend Chris taught me about this. So there is a snorkel. This is pretty cool. Water crossing, yeah, bonus points for overlanders, cool. But no, it actually is very effective at keeping the air cleaner for the engine to not have to work as hard. Say you're the third, fourth, fifth person on the dirt road and dirt's being kicked up and debris. This helps keep the air intake from being down lower in the front of the vehicle to up higher so the air is cleaner. So it actually is very useful and it looks pretty cool. Yeah. All right, let me show you this tent real quick. This tent is pretty sweet. And again, we'll do a dedicated video on the Alu Cab. It's worth doing as we do a lot of rooftop tent camping. So, close this guy. It's a really cool system I had not seen before. A really great lock. So watch this. This guy goes in the hole, that guy goes in the hole. Get in your hole. There you go. Always make sure the steps are locked before you step on them. And watch this. Locked. Pretty sweet, right? And then I will take the camera in 1 second and show you the inside of the tent. You get it prepped. All right, I'll take that thing. Thank you, Chris. All right. So there is the inside of the tent. It's a tent with 2 quilts. Nice storage system up there, right there. Door over there you can access, and a window, and a door over there, and a window you can access, or the way we came in, the rear door. So triple access. Thank you, sir. Close this back up. Now you're probably wondering, why all this gear? Is this necessary to go camping? No, it's not. You can overland in a much more basic setup, but it's really cool the Overland Expo put this together. 1, to showcase what a good build could be. 2, just because it can. And 3, really importantly, they're gonna raffle this off here pretty soon, and all that money goes to a 501c3, the Outdoor Overland Foundation, I should say, and that'll benefit kids to get them camping. So we can get behind that a whole lot. But it is also cool to see what you can build out over the course of years. You don't have to go out and purchase all this at one time, right? You could put money away in savings, but like, you know what? We're gonna get this system. Oh, I should have talked about the system. This thing is cool. This hinge system, yeah, Chris knows quite a bit. The rigged system, it closes up, right? This closes up, it closes right there, and there's 2 safeties. There's a safety, and then you ratchet it closed. And we were bombing down fire roads, and it didn't cause any issue. It didn't rattle at all. So like, say you want to get that. Say you put aside X amount of money to get that. Next thing you want to get might be the rooftop tent. I would highly suggest rooftop tent. It's very handy. And then maybe you want to get some storage solutions from Lightener down the road. You know, you can budget for it and build it out. But again, it's just a nice build. It's the ultimate build. It's what it is, right? So hopefully my 10-minute overview of the components that we used on this Overland vehicle were helpful. I didn't touch the lights. Also worth noting, this truck's got a damn nitrous button. I was so scared of that button. I'll show you this button. And Chris is gonna laugh because he's like, push the button, push the button. And I was like, no, I don't want to push the button. But yeah, it's got the nitrous, which again, that's overkill. The engine itself is a nice 4-cylinder with a turbo. It did plenty well getting up and down the highway and all the dirt roads. Just a fun vehicle. My wife and dogs and Chris and I really enjoyed this Overland Expo Ultimate build. If you found this helpful, thumbs up would be appreciated. If you want to see more from us, consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel. I'm Sean Sewell with Engearment.com. Thank you, Overland Expo, for letting us use this vehicle. Until next time, take care.